Caitlin Clark keeps communication to a minimum with Steph Curry as he tries to get her to answer his calls. Lately, the names Stephen Curry and Caitlin Clark have been showing up together across headlines, sparking plenty of debate and confusion. Much of it comes from the noise around why Curry stepped away from his long-standing partnership with Under Armour-noise that, according to reports, has a lot to do with Clark. What once looked like a stable relationship between brand and athlete suddenly shifted direction, creating questions that haven't quite settled. The tension grew when Under Armour failed to sign Clark, while Nike secured her signature and immediately launched a successful campaign around her. The timing was striking. Clark wasn't even on the court due to an extended injury during her season with the Indiana Fever. For Curry, who holds Clark in high regard, this represented a meaningful loss. Things began to be a little tense. Even with the ups and downs of Clark's WNBA second season, Curry has consistently spoken about her with admiration. He's praised her style of play, her impact on the game, and the energy she brings every time she steps on the court. But a recent interview may have hinted that their connection isn't as close as some assumed. During that conversation, a reporter asked Steve what he and Clark have in common. Curry responded respectfully and analytically, pointing out how Clark has quickly become a transformative figure in women's basketball, something he sees and values deeply. He even described her as the full package. But toward the end of his answer, Steve suggested that Clark has kept her distance. Is she avoiding the calls? Steve didn't elaborate on the reason. Instead, he paused long enough to make the room shift, before choosing his words carefully. He said he's tried to stay in touch with Clark, and that he'll always be there to support her whenever she needs it. The implication was subtle, but some thought it was clear. Communication between them is minimal, and Clark hasn't felt the need to reach out. The visual of the NBA's greatest shooter chasing replies from Clark immediately fueled social media, spreading wild curiosity. It also underscored something deeper. Clark, even under massive attention, maintains a sense of independence and simplicity in how she handles fame. The interview, the sneakers deal shakeup, and Clark's low-profile offseason all collided to form a narrative that feels bigger than a few unanswered calls. It highlighted the different ways fame lands on athletes. Steph, now a global brand, is open and eager to connect. Caitlin, still carving her path, seems locked in on her routines and keeps her circle tight. Between the Under Armour fallout and the dynamic with Clark, things naturally feel unsettled. It raises the possibility that there may be layers beneath the surface details that haven't had the chance to come out, especially with Clark keeping a quiet presence away from the court. Whether Clark eventually answers those calls or keeps things simple, their connection has already become one of the sport's most interesting storylines.